Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 3. That's right, we're tied 1-1 here of the Summoners Rift Amateur Tournament, powered by Unified Comp Gaming, sponsored by both CSN as well as Raidco. I'm the Forecourt Jester, and let's go through this last game together, guys. It has been a pleasure. If you want to hear more from me out there, hit me up, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Just find me out there on the Forecourt Jester. My little doggy abandoned me, though. She was watching LOL, and then Mommy came down. She went to Mommy. Yeah. That's alright. I still love her. Picks and bans. Let's check them out. Nautilus, Malphite, Shen. Nothing too ridiculous right there. On our left, Perpetual Chaos. Nautilus been a 100% ban ever since I joined the tournament. So has Shen. Malphite now out of the picture after we can see what Kaishan can do with a Malphite. You would ban him too. On the flip side, Rumbo, Karthus, Alistar, the same exact bans from Endless Variety, representing purple here today. Rumble and Karthus, you know, good mids. Rumble, of course, can do also top. Ever since Rumble got buff, he'd been really seen a lot more in the competitive and high elo scene because his flamethrower is ridiculous. That's all I have to say to that. Alistar been banned out 100% this tournament ever since I did join in the semifinals, so not too sure why. Nobody likes the Battle Cow, except that maybe he's just awesome. Yeah, I think that's the reason. He's just awesome. So yeah, he's out, and that brings us to our picks. So first pick, blue team, Blitzcrank, yet again, I think for a 100% completion rate. We have now had a Blitzcrank support 3 games running for our Perpetual Chaos. On the flip side, does look like Baru is going to be taking Skarner away from Perpetual Chaos, and he's going to be probably hitting that jungle. I'd be very surprised if he was a laning Skarner, but look at that combo. Oh, I just want to make a you work out joke right there. Look at that combo. Nero, Nane, and Redix taking that Graves and Janna yet again into that bottom lane. Now, they were fairly pressured last round, but they won the game, which kind of goes with my theory. Every time you get those two together, they win games. Yes, sir. Flip side, Amumu, very likely a jungle Amumu. I haven't seen an Amumu in a while, but I really do like an Amumu jungle. He's fast, his ganks are good, and at the same time his level 6 can be breathtaking. So at the same time we also have ourselves Ezreal, so it is going to be an Ezreal Blitzcrank combo yet again in that bottom lane, and again I just don't feel like it's a combo that should be done in my gut. I just don't feel it. But hey, they're going to run it. Verse like that. Ezreal, I think he came a little bit underfarmed as time went on. It definitely showed in the team fights as Graves started going legendary, and he didn't. So, yeah, we'll see. Either way, it does look like Professor Quackers is trying to figure out what he wants because EV Card has picked up Zyra. Yeah, that's Zyra. Zyra yet again in that mid EV card did some really good work with her, and oh Hermie for the 3rd time running that Veigar. Wonder if he figured out that there's QSSs across the enemy team, but not too sure. Either way, oh Hermie going to be picking up that Veigar yet again. That teleport combo, man, if he can do like he did in game number 1, it will do good things. Professor Quackers, however, looks like he's going to be hitting up that top lane with a Vladimir, which means we might even see something akin to a double Woda. Even just a single Woda would do amazing here. But we're going to have to see how that goes. Last pick, Kaishan has his pretty much free reign top. He can go anything he wants, but it is going to be up against that Vlad. Rumble does really good against Vlad. Oops, it's banned. So, other than that, who could you run up against the Vlad? Oh, I've seen Olaf's do really good works. Kale! Look at that. Kaishan with the confident Kale pick. Kale top lane, man. It's all about Dyrus builds today. Or even Spam Happy. Spam Happy likes doing AD Kale. Bam, done. Kaishan picking up that Kale, going top lane. Good stuff. So we do got our picks and bans for the last game figured out here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if Hermie just can't play other champions or if he just really likes the fact that he can insta-give people with really high kill counts with his Veigar, but he is picking up that Veigar yet again up against that EV card, playing on that Zyra. The big thing to notice here, however, is the change up in jungle. 2 games running, we had that Skarner. Now we have a Mumu. That's fine. Little Kathy dog. She's not going to be watching League of Legends anymore. That's okay. Yeah, no. That's alright. We'll spend time tonight. Just waiting for the timer to count down here. Bam! Everything cool, everything cool, everything cool? It's cool. Yep. Alright, so the timer started. We can talk a little bit about the summoners. Again, teleport coming out here for Oh Hermie. Yes, love you too. And that Veigar, again, you know, he did really good game 1, got defeated game 2. We're going to have to see what is going to happen here in game number 3. Let's get some music going in the background. DJ Meta 0. No idea. But yeah, the big thing to notice here, again, we don't have that Skarner for Team Perpetual Chaos. We do now have an Amumu, and Amumu kind of works the same way, kind of. His ultimate's a bit more AoE, but he does have the bandage rather than just like the slow ups, or the speed ups, the slow downs, and his ultimate. Again, though, you know, I really do think that an Amumu can do really well in this combination. We do got the Vlad as well as the Veigar, so Veigar gets a stun off into there. You get off the bandage from the Amumu, the ultimate. You come in here with Blitz, you get the silence, you can't leave it. The only problem here, however, is that if there's any point that there's a free range of movement here for that Janna's just going to pop that ultimate and reset the fight. So, you know, Amumu can jump in and ult, but then Janna should immediately ult herself. And that will just push them all back, gets a lot of health back. So it is kind of almost a direct counter. It is definitely a counter, though. And this is the stuff that you like to see. Janna is also very strong up against, you know, ultimates that require the champions to kind of be near. Like, for example, a Morgana. Morgana comes into an ultimate, and you got a Janna, just pop yours, throw her ass out, and the ultimate is defeated. Same with the Kennen. Same with the Mumu. 2 of the 3 of those were Yordles, the more you know. And yeah, we're going to jump into this game in about a minute and a half, minute and 10, something like that. I'm very interested to see how Baoru will do as a jungling Skarner, because I haven't seen a Skarner. I've only ever seen Forever Yours Skarner. Bottom lane again, we do got that heal bait, Shadowy Prince, Shadow Prines, whatever, Blitzcrank, is rocking that heal yet again, and we do got that exhaust heal. So we don't have any escapes. If Blitzcrank gets caught out, he gets caught out. That's exactly the problem. But because he does have the heal, the exhaust, and the ignite, we have the exact amount of same of offensive abilities in that bottom lane, because our AD carry is running that ignite, and our support is rocking that exhaust. So guys, game number 3, put down your bets right now in chat. 30 viewers hanging out on this Saturday night saying, what's up world? I'm the Forecourt Jester again. You are watching the UCG Amateur Cup on Summoner's Rift, hosted here by, again, the UCG as well as Cybersportsnet, and sponsored by raidcall.com. Check them out, facebook.com/raidcall. You can check out the UCG at UCG Official, and I do believe they will be doing a few more tournaments with CSN as well. I'm the Forecourt Jester. With me earlier was Optimus Tom. He was taking care of a lot of the earlier bracket games, and Optimus Tom, that guy is going places. My goodness, he's a rising star. Keep your eye on him. With me was supposed to be Sotir, but family emergency came up. No problem. And the game is loaded. Awesome. Skin to win. We got the Pulsefire Ezra, White Mage Veigar yet again. Wildfire Zyra, look at her. Hottie. Judgment Kale, Hired Gun Graves, Earth Rune Skarner. Aw, yeah. And it looks like we're still going to have the leg fest. That is Professor Quackers and Forever Yours. So guys, we're going to come into the game. They're probably going to pause it up, and that means we're just going to enjoy some music for now. I'll hit you on the other side. Well, color me impressed. Whatever we had wrong earlier, we don't have this round, so all we got to do was enjoy some music. No problem. Bottom left corner, our blue team bringing it back like Justin Timberlake brought sexy back. It is going to be perpetual chaos. They won the first game, not so much the second, and they're going for a little bit of a stack up here in the bush. Might pay off in dividends up against this top right team, bringing the game series up to a 1-1. They won game number 2 after dropping the first. Very strong play from that Zyra. Very strong play from that K-Shun. That Malphite, but we're gonna have to see what's gonna go on here. EV card, if they knew you were there, my goodness, you would be one dead hottie right now. But Team Blue going off. They're still doing the 5-man stack. Looks like they're gonna go invade their own blue, and they were so very close to another level 1 fight. Man, oh man, did we ever want to see another 9-kill level 1 fight? That's what you missed earlier if you had not been watching. Gonna have to get that highlight up onto YouTube. My goodness, it was a lot of kills. But yeah, does not look like these two are gonna meet. Kale is still in that bottom. Minions are now gonna be spawning, which means we're probably gonna be seeing people heading back to their own respective corners. Unless it's gonna be Kale bottom. Nope, there she goes. She's gonna be heading out top. So Skarner's gonna start off with the blue, go straight to the, straight from the wolves to the blue. Similar situation for Amumu. It does look like business as normal, but I say that, and look at this, the gank squad. How does Blitz not being seen right there? Oh my goodness! Out goes the exhaust, the flash comes out from EV card, and the pull! My god, that was a brilliant level 1 kill right there. As soon as EV card saw that, she flashed on through, and for some reason that pull did not get the blue golem. That was an amazing first pull by Blitzcrank. I could not be happier with how that went. Baru, however, he gets the blue unperturbed. He's going to just continue on his way, but Zyra now dropping first kill of the game. Went to Ezreal, believe it or not. And we did get an assist for both our Blitzcrank as well as our Veigar, but still, if that kill had gone to Veigar, it would have been like that much harder for Zyra to deal with. So yeah, Ezreal gets that kill, up 6 creeps, and I just cannot wait to see how this game is going to go. Vladimir versus that Kale up top, and again, in typical fashion, we do got Baru coming up here saying hi to our top lane. Does force out that pool, does have the red and blue as well, and that seems to be something that he's very fond of doing. Get the red, get the blue, immediately gank the top. But now, with Zyra kind of being pushed up here, oh Hermie, I think we did have a ping go down from blue saying, hey guy, he might be coming mid, just check your 6. And he did check his 6, and he did not get ganked. So yeah, Skarner looking for those ganks, doesn't exactly get them. It does look like Amumu's a little bit lower on everything. Look at that grab, Shadow, you disappoint me. Some good burst damage coming down on top of that Blitzcrank, however. If that grab had gone off, it would have been a very interesting party. But now we're just going to sit on there on the other side of the bush, and that bush, unfortunately, is warded. So we're going to be able to play the footsies game, and we should not get pulled. I say should not. Look at this, however, mid. We've been pushing in. We pushed in Vladimir so far that KO came to mid, but unfortunately does not look like it's going to be anything right there. Oh, Hermie! It's going to get hit by the red and the blue, just a little bit of extra damage. EV card, however, is going to be taking a little bit of flack as well. Here comes Forever Yours. It's not going to be enough. What happened to this bottom lane? Blitzcrank went mid. He went mid because Baru's here. He is going to grab EV card with the most impossible grab ever. That is going to be the second kill of the game, landing on top of that EV card. And Baru looking for that kill with the red buff. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. The Amumu lives with 19 hit points. Now check out this bottom lane. Because Blitzcrank ain't there, they noticed, hey, Ezreal's all alone. They're going to put up a lot of pressure right there. And if KO had not gone back, I can only imagine that this would be a very different situation if KO had not left lane. 2-0 right now, perpetual chaos up. Very nice kills overall. That Blitzcrank 0-0-2 so far is proving himself to be a pull god. That is what he is right now. A pulling god. 2-0 up 1.3k. It does look like you know, we're going back to the regular jungle routes A lot of damage landing here on top of Hermie. EV card not so happy that she's level 3 and Hermie's level 5. But if she keeps pushing in as strong as she's gonna be getting hit by this Amumu. But unfortunately that is warded. So she saw it coming. Does look like Hermie's gonna head on back to town. That will be some pretty easy farm for our EV card. And EV card 0-2, 18 creep kills. Vladimir's up to 38 and Veigar up to 23. Overall, the big cash bonus going to Perpetual Chaos in this early game. If they can keep capitalizing upon this, I mean, we got 2 assists now for Veigar. That's going to put up 2 Doran's rings. That's going to be huge for him up against that Zyra. Now you can see top lane, we're trying to trade out. We got the Kale with the health potions. Kale with the Berserker Greaves first item. Not going to be any kind of gold pretend build. Just go straight for the Berserker Greaves. That's the entire item set that Kale has. Now we see Shadow coming up here. He is going to get off the combo. Excellent work on his part. The overdrive into the knock-up, into the grab, does bring Nero Nane down to pretty much under half health. And with this creep wave now pushing, this Graves Janna lane having a little bit of difficulty. 28 creeps for Graves, up to the 40 of Ezreal. That double Doran Blade is playing havoc with this Graves. It's not a good times. It's not a good times. Those screams Jester let loose are so hot. Thanks, I guess. Down south, Baru going to be coming up and saying hello to Shadow. Shadow, of course, has no escapes. Remember, no flash. So we are going to be backing that truck up. We don't have any level 6s on the board in this bottom lane quite yet. We do got level 6 up top, and look at this. We got the the ignite going off on top of Professor Quackers and as well as KO. KO just able to get out of that by the thick of her thumb, or the skin of her teeth, or the width of a thumb. I don't know, something like that. And the blue buffs have responded about the 7.5 minute mark, which is about expected. Zyra saying don't need it. Baru going to be picking that up, but it does look like Veigar, Hermie, does have a blue buff. Blue buff as well as the extra AP, plus the stacking AP, plus the mana regen means that Zyra's going to have a bad time, guys. Vladimir, despite the continued pressure in his top lane, has been able to do really well up here. 60 creep kills, most in the game. Next after that would be 52, which is that bottom lane Ezreal. So you can see the farm advantage coming out very nicely here for Perpetual Chaos. Now, you do see these wards in these bushes keeping track of that Blitzcrank, which is good because that's what you need to do. But Blitzcrank, he don't care. If he can... That was weird. If he can land off that knock-up, you are dead. That's what they were going to be going for. Here goes the invulnerability from that KO. They are going to go really hard dive on top of that Vladimir. That red and blue Baru making waves, so to speak. Hermie was ready for this Zyra. Fortunately, does not look like anything is going to happen there. And Verse has his level 6. A great grab right there from on top of Janna with the bandage toss into the ultimate, forever yours, and that's going to allow Verse to pick up a quick kill. Now they are in position to pick up the second one on top of Graves, but Graves does flash on out of there. And I think that's worth going back. Alright, so we got Janna here, right? True shot barrage charge. Oh, thanks, Ezreal. Alright, I'm going to slow it down. We pulled in Janna. The bandage goes off before the flash, which is how we got Amumu in here. And then out goes that Janna ultimate, which unfortunately Amumu had positioned himself very nicely to be in the right position for that. I just think that was a really, really excellent set of plays right there from Team Blue. Our Perpetual Chaos. Able to just nab that Janna. Well, at least he got a little bit of a revenge kill. That was too funny. That Graves picking up that revenge. So 3-2 as the score. Really good execution from Perpetual Chaos in this bottom lane with that Amumu. That bandage toss, man. If we had waited a fraction of a second is all you needed to really just defeat that bandage toss. But Wow, did you see that combo? Oh, Hermie flashed in, threw down the combo. Zyra gets out of that with like the skin of her teeth, and now Oh Hermie does not really have too much to answer for here. The red buff and the continued harass from Baru is enough to take down the Veigar. So Veigar didn't get a kill, ended up dying, goes for the Cage's lucky pick, again going for that Deathfire Grasp. You can see Ezreal now doing so well that he gets himself a BF sword at the 10-minute mark. 10-minute BF sword. Hot. Good times, ladies and gentlemen. Now, up top, it does look like, Kale 001, but only 39 creeps. Not exactly doing a superb job up against this Vlad. Vlad might have died, but Vlad is doubling Kale in terms of creeps. Almost has that Hex Tech. Does have the double amplifying as well as the Sork Shoes. So he does damage, do not get me wrong. But so can Kale. Look at this. Kale can just easily harass him back. No problem. Just has to wait for the cooldowns, really. Now we got a ping in that bottom lane. Just checking out mid. That bottom lane, we do know Blitz is there, but we're playing bait at this point. Bauru gonna go in. He does have his speed up. We do got the speed up as well from Blitzcrank. And now Blitzcrank gonna come back in here saying, oh, whoa, this could be an easy kill for our Ezreal. And yes, Gredix is gonna go down very easily. The gank becomes the counter gank. It's like the hunted became the hunter in League of Legends. Shadow Man, you're impressing me. 113 has been a part of all 4 kills in this game. Still only has the tier 1 boots, but he does have the gold pretend. Heart of Gold. Good on him. That BF sword did really good work against that Janna as well from that Ezreal. So 201 Ezreal. Ezreal and Amumu haven't died yet on Team Blue, but neither has Skarner, Graves, or Kale. A lot of repeat deaths here. Most notably Janna as well as Zyra. But yeah, 11.5 minutes in, 7 kills on the board. Still anybody's game, but we do got a decent advantage. Nearly 2K here for Team Perpetual Chaos, who did win that first game. Here comes the combo! Oh, wow. Oh, Hermie, starting to insta-gib this Zyra. Now, is Zyra going to learn from the past mistakes and get a Merc Treads? She is! She is going to get a Merc Treads, and that's going to be saving her early game butt, so to speak, against this Veigar. Veigar is just so strong right now against these picks. I mean, Veigar was always been strong. He's known as the anti-mage, But at the same time, he's just able to burst down this Zyra so very quickly. 113 now for our Veigar. He picks himself up that Blasting Rod, which means he's one step closer to that Deathfire Grasp, which means it's one step closer to really ignoring the fact that you have Mercury Treads, because that Deathfire combo is sick, ladies and gentlemen. Now we do have a lane gank being set up here in this bottom lane by Amumu. I don't think that they know he's here. Now we're going to go in for the aggression. Out goes the Powerhouse. But unfortunately, it just whiffed. The Powerhouse Punch. That's what I like to call it sometimes. But yeah, unfortunately, it whiffed. A good tornado coming out from that Janna, which allowed them to live. But are we going to go for the blue? Or is Perpetual Chaos going to go with a note out of the Endless Variety book? Yes. We are stacking up here for the blue. Are we going to give it? Yes, we are. That's going to be very unfortunate. Skarner's top, and does look like Professor Quacker's not doing so hot. Gets a kill on top of Cation. Is going to drop, however. Bauru! Does he have Merc Treads? Yeah, he does. Merc Treads with the Bauru is able to ensure that he lives, but they're going to notice that Veigar has blue, and a blue team actually picks up the Dragon at the same time. So, 1-for-1 exchange, but the Dragon and the blue buff from red team going to Perpetual Chaos here on the left means that Zyra is going to be in some hard times, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it looks like that she figured it out, and she's going to be picking up her own blue from Veigar. Excellent counter sense right there. Notice that Oh Hermie had blue, went to check their blue instead of going straight to hers. Excellent counter sense, guys. 6-4 as the score, about 3,000 gold difference right now. Forever yours, that Amumu. I find it ironic that sad little Amumu is forever yours. Another good tornado coming out, but isn't going to be enough to save Nero Nane. Nope, we're just going to give up and hook him. Out goes the Ezreal. Oh, but look at that dash. That Graves avoiding the damage so very well. Out goes the shield from Janna. A lot of extra AD coming out onto him. He's just going to try to health steal, life steal his way back to the mainstream. But no, this is going to be bad. Skarner's going to run right into this Veigar in the bush. A great flash from him. He will be getting out of that with just the skin of his teeth. So many attempted kills being defeated by the fact that Mercury treads are awesome. That's exactly what's going on here, ladies and gents. And that's what you need to do. If you have a Veigar on the enemy team and you're going to be laning or you're going to be ganking him, you need those Merc treads. They just save you so many times. Plus, it was an awesome flash. Like, we got to give it up to Baru right there. It was a good flash. This is probably not good for Professor Quackers. 3 of them coming in on top of him with no chance of survival and no backup. That's going to be a quick kill here for Endless Variety. Puts them now 6-5, still 3k behind, but maybe, I don't know, did Professor look like he was there? I think he was there. I hope he didn't disconnect. That would suck if he disconnected. Ugh. Sorry, doing a bit of a stretch here. Wow, another godly grab into the ultimate from Amumu. It's going to be really hard for Neuronati to get on out of that. The Ezreal ultimate goes off as well. Graves living with 75 hit points. No thanks to this ultimate monsoon. Gredrix saving Graves' life again and again and again. Now here comes Skarner. Skarner going to be going straight for the weakest link, but no, he's just going to be content really fighting off these creep waves. I cannot believe the burst that Graves can survive. It's almost unfair what he can survive. Also, to be fair, he has triple Dorn's Blade. Triple Dorn's Blade, now finally that BF sword. He is up 1-0, 118 creeps. He's come back very nicely in this bottom lane to really rival that of Fierce.